Hello everyone, so my name is Janvi and today I'm going to explain you the very important concept that is nuclear power plant. So let's begin. Here we see the simple construction of a nuclear power point. So first here is a nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is the main part of the power plant. Here fuel is used in a nuclear power plant and uranium fuel or krypton like atoms are used as a fuel which is connected to the heat, heat exchanger. That means it transfers the heat from reactor to water and it converts into steam. The heat exchanger converts the steam to the turbine and therefore the turbine starts the rotating. Here is a pump which circulates the coolant, hot metal, cold metal between the reactor and a heat exchanger. And also, this stream produced is sent to the turbine through the valve. Now, transformer is it steps up the generated voltage for transmission. Next is busbar, isolators and circuit breakers. These are used for power distribution, control and protection. Here is our condenser which is connected to the turbine. It cools the steam from the turbine and converts it back into the water. Next is our cooling tower. Cooling tower used for cooling the condenser water and maintaining the cycle. And this is our construction. So let's begin. Next, let's see the working principle of a nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant works in a similar way as a thermal power plant. The difference between the two stages is in the fuel they use to heat the water in the boiler steam. So uranium fuel in the reactor undergoes nuclear fission. Then fission releases a large amount of heat energy. Then this heat energy the coolant absorbs and this heat and carries it to the steam generator. Now the water in the steam generator gets the heated and forms the steam. The steam rotates the turbine. The turbine drives the generator and produces the electricity. The used steam is cooled in the condenser and converted back into the water. And now this water is reduced in the cycle. Here we came at a conclusion that a nuclear power plant generates the electricity by using heat produced from nuclear fission. It is suitable for a large scale power generation. So let's see the nuclear fission. It is one of the most important part of the nuclear power plant. Here we see the diagram of a nuclear fission. The proton and a neutron are used as a heavy nuclei to split into the two smaller parts in order to become stable. Chain reaction. Uranium exists as an isotope in the form of U-235, which is unstable. When the nucleus of an atom of uranium is split, the neutrons release the heat other atoms and split them in turn. More energy is released each time another atom splits. This is called a chain reaction. Let's see the working of a nuclear chain reaction. How it works. When the nucleus of heavy atoms like uranium 235, here is isotope, that is atomic number, is hit by a neutron. It splits into the smaller atoms. Here we see in the diagrams. Means first the atom is splits into the two smaller parts and these smaller two parts splits and then again 2 to 3 3 to 4 like infinity atoms are created here. That is nuclear fission. It also releases two or three or more neutrons. These neutrons strike other uranium atoms. Those atoms also split and release more neutrons and energy. This process continues repeatedly is called a nuclear chain reaction. This is all a process. The importance of a nuclear chain reaction is it produces the electricity and also control the rods. So let's see the advantages and disadvantages of a nuclear power plant. Advantages: less space is required as compared to the other plants. Means the nuclear power plant requires the less place. Like hydroelectric power plant requires more plant, but our nuclear power plant requires less space. Small amount of fuel is required. Plant is very economical and running charges is low, reliable in operation, located near the load center. It is also nuclear fuel is available in the earth, so it can generate the large production of electricity. So we know every coin has two faces. Like same, here are some disadvantages of nuclear fission. Nuclear fuel is a very expensive. Capital cost is very high as compared to other plants. Highly technical persons is required for election and commissioning, means manpower is required. Radioactive elements of this plant is very dangerous for our environment, like krypton atoms and like uranium atoms are required. So these are some advantages and disadvantages, and we are seeing the nuclear fusion, how it works, and how the nuclear power plant works. It is very useful method in electricity generation. So thank you for watching my video.